Welcome back to Notre Dame Day. I'm Jenna Liberto. Geddes Hall sits on the north side of campus adjacent to Hesburgh Libraries, a very unassuming building that is home to several university programs, including the Institute for Social Concerns. Inside, a vibrant new mural brightens the space and pays homage to some very important people on campus who might often be overlooked. Here to talk more about it is Notre Dame junior Laura Arenth, Building Services Supervisor Hasena Begic, and the Assistant Director of Community Partnerships and Programs, Michael Hebbeler. Welcome to the couch. You all fit in one space. I'm so glad to have you all. I haven't seen this mural in person, but I've heard so many people talk about it, and I know it's meaningful to many people on our campus. Hasena, let's start with you. Just tell us a little bit about how this project came to be.
One employee from the building services was visiting one of the buildings and seeing tiles with our painting on it, and she was thinking right away about her coworkers, like many from different countries, from different states, how diverse and unique all their stories are. And then she wanted to do something more and bring our department like as a unity of being like unseen or like behind the, she want to bring everybody out and their stories too. And she was looking for idea how she can do it instead of words. Then she came up with, she met Eve Kelly, and she listened and she agreed with her idea. She pointed her to the direction of Michael. With his enthusiasm and knowledge, he made all those our stories, custodial experiences, into beautiful art.
Michael, tell me how that came from an idea to kind of this energy to what we see right now in Geddes Hall.
Yep. So if you visit the Institute for Social Concerns page on Notre Dame Day, you'll see our Executive Director, Suzanne Shanahan, say how we do our work is as important as what is achieved by our work. And how we do our work is together, in collaboration, in community. And so our very first class, we offered a course, Art and Social Change. Laura was a student. In our very first class, we got together with Hasena and her colleagues in building services, so custodial staff, students, and local artists. And we started doing storytelling. People brought photographs to share about their lives and planting the seeds of what would happen over the course of the semester, which was building relationships. So Laura and Hasena paired up, and we had these different pairs. And really, out of those conversations, two ideas emerged. One was a mural, which would honor the work and contributions of custodial staff on our campus. And secondly, a photography exhibit through which students would conduct research through a photo voice methodology and work with custodial staff. And custodial staff themselves would curate the exhibit through their own photographs, which Hasena and Laura participated in. And so the end product was both the mural and the photography exhibit in Geddes Hall. But just as important as that end product was the process through which the relationships formed and a whole lot of learning was conducted. So.
Laura, tell me about that experience as a student being part of this process. And is there a lesson that, more than all the others, I'm sure there were many that you'll take away from this?
It was just an extremely rewarding experience. When I had signed up for the class, I had no idea about how we were going to get to be so involved and form first-hand relationships with custodial staff. And so it was so great to get to know Hasena. We would meet in La Fun and we would chat, and we were only supposed to chat for 5 minutes, and the next thing I know it was 45 minutes or an hour, and we had just been talking about our life stories, filling each other in. And so just overall, the lesson for me was there's so much behind the scenes. Everyone has a story, and that story just truly does deserve to be heard.
Hasena, what do you hope people who hear about this story take away from the experience?
From the stories and from the mural, I hope that I know a lot of our employees from custodial service, building services, they are so appreciative that somebody think about them and talking about their work and their great job. I hope that we will continue doing the same, be seen. Like sometimes we feel like we are behind the curtain, we are unseen, we are like unknown, but actually, it's just in our heads sometimes, how that. But like with this project, many of our employees came to check it, and many other visitors. Like I had my whole team come and visit, which I bring a picture of my whole team.
Which you carry around with you now, is that
and,
right?
It was a freezing day, and then they all decide to come, to visit the mural. Not just mural, the pictures around on the hallway, picture exhibits, and then different stories. Like all those stories are different, but kind of all match. Like you can find in each story, you can find yourself in each of those stories.
A great book. Thank you so much for sharing your story. What a beautiful example of working as an institution here, your groups.